Hello and welcome to Basic Spanish for OT, PT, and SLP. Welcome back for those that have been following along, and for those that are new, welcome. On this channel, we are working through this book, which I wrote, Basic Spanish for OT, PT, and SLP clinicians in the acute hospital setting. This book, as well as the ebook, can be purchased on Amazon.com. Today's video, we will be on page 36 of the book, and it's the third part of a three-part series where we are looking at or reviewing time. Part one, we discussed how to say time when you're speaking of the hours. And then part two, we talked about the minutes. And today we're just talking about the passage of time. This is part three, just the different passages of time, to how to say that. So if you don't have the book, I encourage you to get the book. It will make the series of videos much easier to follow along because you will be able to understand the examples that I'm giving. I'm going to ask, if you can hit like, please do. If you would like to hit like, please do. I would appreciate that. Two, if you would like more information when this series of videos are being uploaded, then hit the subscribe button and you will get a notification. And lastly, if you know therapy clinicians that are interested in learning Spanish or may work with a large Spanish speaking population that may have difficulty, as I said in the other videos, it's not to assume that everyone who speaks Spanish has difficulty speaking English. But if you are working with a population of people that speak Spanish and have a difficulty in with the English language, this is a middle ground. Can help you, and especially if you are in settings in which you don't have an interpreter with you. Ideal situation, always use an interpreter if you have one available. But there are many times in which you do not have interpreters. I can also say it's basic Spanish, so this will also be helpful for other clinicians, whether you're in therapy or not. But for the therapy clinician, this book, the ebook, and this channel was designed. So with that being said, I don't want to talk too much. I think I've already done that, but I want to just kind of get right in it. So let's go to page 36. And the first example is second, or seconds, how the seconds go by. And it's el segundo. El segundo. For minute, el minuto. El minuto. For hour, la hora. La hora. For day, el día. El día. For week, la semana. La semana. Weekend, el fin de semana. El fin de semana. Month, el mes. El mes. Year, el año. El año. Yesterday, ayer. Ayer. Today, hoy. Hoy. Tomorrow, mañana. Mañana. Morning, la mañana. La mañana. Afternoon, la tarde. La tarde. Night, la noche. La noche. And dawn, la madrugada. La madrugada. So you will see in this part that I'm saying el and la. That is something that we generally don't differentiate in English. In Spanish, the use of gender is very important. So, for instance, second is considered masculine. So that's why the word is used, el segundo. Our is considered feminine. So that is why the term is la hora. As I've said in some of the previous videos, when you are learning nouns, it is very, very important to learn what gender is assigned to that noun. So, as I guess I pretty much just said it, it's very important because that will let you know whether or not you're going to use the term el or you're going to use the term la. So it's either el or la. I also gave you this in the singular form. So if you're talking about the seconds with an S, instead of being el segundo, you would say los segundos. And for example, minute, if I was, instead of doing el minuto, I would do los minutos. So the plural of the masculine form is los. The singular is el, the plural is los. For the feminine form, la is the singular, las is the plural. So if you're talking about something that's more than one, not just in time, throughout the language, any nouns, you are going to have to make it plural. And what is called a definite article, which we would just say the, that's a definite article, I want the pen, you would have to change that according to the plurality of what you're talking about. So if you have something singular, then your definite article would be singular. So I'll tell you the difference. If I was saying, let's do el lápiz or pencil. El means the pencil. El lápiz is the pencil. But if I was talking about more than one pencil, two pencils, then I would have to say los lápices. So we will get more into that. Again, this channel, this book was not meant to be a community college Spanish class. It was not meant to be exhaustive. It was just to tell you this is how you say it. It is not to say why or all of the rules behind it. So hopefully this can be helpful. It will be a tool in the therapy clinician's toolbox. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios. Gracias.